SpinTires here. Today we're going to be taking a look at part 2 for the tech demo of the game SpinTires. Now if you missed part 1, I encourage you to check it out for more information on the game. We basically took out the 2 vehicles that come with the tech demo last week, and now we're going to be taking out a couple mods. The first one you see here is the GAZ 69M, which I'm guessing is a 1969 model maybe of a little Russian military Jeep. Don't really know much else about it. We're going to see if we can do a little better with this than we did that little UAZ in part 1. Then we're going to take out the Kraz over here. That is a 6-wheel drive little, I guess, forester kind of truck for hauling stuff. And we've got the Striker over here, which is an 8x8 military vehicle, which again is a mod. It works pretty well. They've got a few problems with the mud textures on the tires, which you'll end up seeing, but that won't really affect how the vehicle drives and handles. It's a lot of fun. And then to finish off this part 2, we're going to take out the Kraz. It is loaded with a heavy load of logs. This is kind of what we're going to be doing in the actual game. So we're going to get to take a look at that, and I had it out a few weeks ago and got it so hung up on a hill that I got it stuck to the point I couldn't back up or go forward, and I eventually got it out, but the once I came up over the hill, I got the trailer hung up and the logs fell off. So we're going to see if I can do better today. That should be quite interesting though. But starting off, let's go ahead and see if we can do better with the little GAZ here than we did the UAZ. I already got this one stuck pretty bad in the same place as the UAZ. I'm not sure if they use the same chassis or not. Turn on the all-wheel drive here. I think you do drive slower with the diff lock on, and so we're going to keep that off for the moment. But yeah, I got it buried in here so bad, just like the UAZ, I couldn't really go anywhere. So we're going to try for a little smarter approach. And I might have to redo or try to redo my run with the UAZ because I want to go this way too. It's easier to get down that muddy hill that is coming up than it is to get up it. Whoops. Hit the wrong button there. This kind of looks like it's a troop transport. A few guys can sit in there or... Uh-oh. That was not good. We're just going to take each vehicle around and see what it's capable of doing. I don't know how many small vehicles like this would be in the actual game. Maybe they'll have us running, doing certain missions with them, but I think it'd be a lot of good fun to play around with these, especially if you have a winch and you can do some upgrades like a turbocharger and things like that. Let's go for the grass over here. Oh man, this isn't going to be good. Not good. I don't know if this is going to turn out too well. That's where we'd need that winch to hook onto the tree over here and pull ourselves through this mess. I might have been able to get up and around over here, but I think this one might be stuck. Well, I'm going to say this one's not going anywhere fast. I think we might bail on this one. I'm going to go ahead and rescue it and put it back to the beginning so that we can come through here and not have it in our way with the bigger trucks. Alright, we're going to take the Striker around. See what we can do with this. Like I said, there's a little problem with the mud texture on the tires, but it's pretty minor. You can see how they end up turning into like just a round, looks like a round wooden block or something. that doesn't really affect the way it drives or anything like that. Should do pretty good in water. A little bit slow getting across the water. Yeah, apparently they didn't finish up on the tires. They kind of make it look weird, but whoa. Comes that tricky hill. Comes right up it. That's the hill I keep getting stuck on with everything else. Oh man. Now we're gonna get stuck going down the hill. Just keep sliding back in. Look at that. They don't give you that great of a camera view with this thing. Can't really zoom out or anything like that. It just keeps sucking it to the right all the time. It could just be that it's the mod, because I haven't experienced this with the other trucks too much. You do get pulled around a little bit, but usually it's not too hard to control. Just flinging mud. Try it with that diff lock off. It does a pretty good job climbing as long as you got the diff lock, but it seems like it's not doing so good without it. I guess all-wheel drive is the front two, just the back two otherwise. Made it. I'll go ahead and take it over here and see what it can do. the little test, the speed bumps and everything were, I think they're down over here. Yeah. Try to climb this. Thing is too heavy. Nope. I'm not even gonna try to go over that. It's just gonna run right into it. Looks like we're gonna make it. That's a little one too. It's kind of amazing that won't go over it, but it's probably not designed for climbing walls. It's hard to drive this thing because you can't really zoom it out. And I got all these mods, by the way, from the actual website for SpinTires. You gotta go into the forum area. There's a few, maybe 2 months ago when I got them, so I'm not sure what they've got on there now. Sure does a good job climbing over these. As soon as I turned the diff lock off, it didn't do so good though. There it's right back on again. Ah, it did really good on those. The vehicle didn't rock and sway too much. Not so good in the water though, in the mud, I'm surprised, but it's hard to say how much was put into it, into this vehicle as far as, because it should handle this. I mean, it looks like a kind of an amphibious vehicle. I don't know much about it, but I'd have to imagine that it is, and we're pretty much stuck right here. So we'll go ahead and jump to our next one. This thing here is a whole lot of fun. I've seen this in some people's videos and things like that with the tech demo and the screenshots, so I don't know if this was in the tech demo before. Let's turn our all-wheel drive on. This is a 6x6. It's probably the fastest vehicle I've found so far too. At least out of these style of vehicles. We'll go the hard way, actually. This thing doesn't have as much ground clearance as the MAZ does, but I think this is a vehicle we're going to see in the actual game itself once it comes out. There it goes. The all-wheel drive on, and we'll only use that diff lock when we have to. on now. Oh, my brake got pushed. Get some speed here. Whoa, it's really hard to control it. Oh, we lost all our speed. I'm gonna opt for the right side, I think, on this one. Uh-oh. Oh man, I might have to take the mud in the middle. It'd help if I could get a nice little bunch of speed here before we hit that, but it's so uncontrollable when the steering is a little bit slow, and I looked in the settings and didn't see where I could adjust that, but basically, if I hold down the left mouse button right here, you can see it takes quite a while to turn the wheels. Or not, I think I said left mouse button, but the, you know, the A and the D. So when you really get moving quick, it doesn't really allow you to turn quick enough. Climbing. We're gonna have to remember when we come through here with those logs to stay in the middle. That's how I made it up last time, but I got everything hung up right here and the logs ended up tipping off and rolling down the hill, so I think I'm gonna try to come this way through. Slowly but surely. This might be a problem too with those logs, I'm not sure. Alright, now we're back on solid ground a little bit. Looks like we about made it. Flinging some mud here. Alright, we're home free. Let's go back and get the, oh, we gotta go over here first. Try this one out on the speed bumps and I don't think this is going to climb over those cement triangular walls too well. It's got a really long frame and it's not really built for that, but it's got some nice wide tires that once we're able to let some air out, it's going to allow us to get a little bit more traction. But they've got a good surface area. We're stuck right here. I think it's because I was playing with the four-wheel drive and that diff lock. This is our mud that we were getting stuck in with the striker. Oh man, we went right through here with the MAZ, no problem. I don't know if this thing's gonna go through that too well. This is awful muddy. Yeah, we're gonna drive out of here. Look at how we pushed all that water out. It's kinda cool. Yeah, I highly doubt this is gonna work. Yep. Hopefully we can get back over. It's just got too long of a frame. It's gonna always get hung up. I'm gonna turn the diff lock off and try it on here. I don't know what we're gonna get. Oh, it handles it like a pro. Now we'll turn the diff lock on. This truck just is taking this like no problem. Let's see about this little wall. Nope. If it could just get a little bit more forward, I think it could do it. Those back tires just aren't only getting the back two with traction. The front aren't getting enough traction with enough weight, so you're basically relying on those back wheels. This thing did really good on that bump test. I'm going to try it again without the all-wheel drive turned on and see what happens. Climbed right up on that wall. Hopefully when this game comes out it'll be kind of like Euro Truck but with a lot of mud. Let's see what we get. This is with diff and all-wheel drive off. Just gonna try diff lock with. It does do it, but it's getting a lot of spinning. Let's see what we got. Two wheels spinning here. I'm going to try to turn it into diff lock. This is going to put all four back tires in and basically, you know, lock them in, but not the front. Seems to climb it pretty good. right over it. Alright, let's try it again with... Just want to see that all-wheel drive one more time. Oop. It's hard to hold it in there once you jump out. Well, that's pretty good. I guess we'll go ahead and park it here, and can't think of any other tests I want to do with it here. There is that muddy hill over here that we were trying out the MAZ in part 1. I might take it through that later, but let's go ahead and get our logs and see what we can do. Now these logs are not strapped down. I'm guessing that we're going to have to do that in the actual game. This is a mod, of course, so it's no telling, but I was surprised that actually these logs fell out. They don't seem like they're really sitting down right now, but they are just sitting on that trailer. It's too bad we don't have like a long drive shaft or something that runs to these tires in the back. If those tires 4 in the back would help push it, we'd really get going, but it's not how it works. Alright, this will be pretty tricky. I guess I'm gonna try to go up this way. I just don't know if I'm gonna even make it through here. Oof. Uh-oh. That's not good. This might be a tale of things to come here. We're not even gonna get up there. Well, we might have to go the other route and really fight that hill. I'm gonna keep the all-wheel drive on. Pretty much gonna need that. Make it across the water without floating our logs. Pretty well. not looking forward to what's coming up here, though. We gotta make that corner. That's gonna be the first challenge. And then we gotta try to keep it in control so that I can build a little bit of speed for that hill, which might not matter a whole lot. Here it is. Oh, I had to clip a tree. Let's try this. Yeah, I had to enable that diff lock. Oh, I'd be happy if it climbed right up here. Usually makes it about halfway and then it's about it. Again, I think that's when that winch will come in handy. Alright, let's try it again. Just not gonna keep going. Okay, now we're definitely not moving. At least we got our trailer, well, it was pretty straight behind us, but we know that this right side is not good. It's better in the middle of that mud. Alright. Oh, don't go over there. This is looking a little better until it's almost like it tries to shift a gear, which I don't think it's doing, but... Oh boy, now we're doing it. Oh, look at that. Come on. And just like that, there we go. Okay, now comes another hard part. Oh, our front end is actually off the ground right now. And we're pushing up against a tree. Oh, and there goes the logs. Oh, man. Another tree. Oh man, now we lost them. And there they go. We're like a train wreck coming down this hill. We still got them. This is not going to be good. We're going to be clipping every tree all the way through. We gotta have a way to tie them down. That's the problem. Here's where we unload ourselves. Oh, what a bummer. Look at that. Well, it's farther than I made on my last attempt. Now we lost all of the weight we had. We're still moving. I can't even believe we're still moving. I'm gonna have to get over to the left side here. Oh boy, now we're stopped. And those logs are pushing up against that tree, so that could possibly be why. It's too bad they didn't tie these things down for us or give us a way to tie them down. We would have made it right over that time, which is pretty impressive. Coming up on a steep hill like that we didn't get hung up. Now if we could just tow ourselves. Looks like that'll probably be about as far as we're going to go. Those logs are digging right in. Well, we made a good attempt. We can get a little bit better idea of what we're going to be seeing in the game. Of course, I imagine that they're going to have a way to tie this stuff down. I think they even mentioned that in the game description, that you're going to have to possibly even load your truck, but that you'll have to you know, secure everything. I think they talked about securing the loads. And if that's the case and you didn't do a good job securing your load, you're going to probably end up with a problem like this. With this mod and the tech demo here, not only do we not have a winch, you know, the turbocharger and some of the truck upgrades, but we also don't have a way to tie down you know, any of our logs or loads. So we kind of got to just play with it as it is. And I heard rumor that it might be the end of this year when this game comes out, end of 2013. But it did just get funded a few months ago in June, so it's no telling if the game would really be ready in that small amount of time. Until then, we'll have to enjoy the tech demo, and we'll probably wrap this episode up, and I'll maybe look for some new mods to try out. I'd like to get some American trucks in here. I don't know, get a Jeep Wrangler or you know, a jacked up Ford or Chevrolet truck or something like that. I've seen some mods people are doing like that, but you know, there's no telling how finished or how good of a mod it is. But I might have to try some of those out. And I do have a few other mods that I could try, but they don't seem to be as good as these trucks. Yeah, we're pretty much stuck. But I hope you guys enjoyed this part 2. I'll see about doing a part 3 here. I might do 1 or 2 more parts until the actual game comes out. But make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe. I appreciate you taking your time to come by and enjoy watching these little missions with us. I guess until next time, we'll see you then.